And honestly, for the past few months, I've been struggling with mental health out of self-doubt and fright.
Okay, I think it's fair to say we've hit a tipping point. Kai is walking a very thin line right now where the same people who are supposed to be his biggest supporters have quietly turned into his biggest career threats. The same people Kai personally brought to the top with him. And I keep coming back to this idea that life is uniquely pretty when you're winning, but it gets uniquely bleak when the people you empowered are the ones dragging you down. Whatever perception people have of Kai being untouchable doesn't really match the reality of what's playing out behind the scenes. Because while Kai is clearly trying to move like a professional and protect his multi-million-dollar brand, his circle is still moving like they're in the trenches with absolutely nothing to lose. In the span of just 1 week, Kai's closest associates were involved in completely separate controversies, the kind that quietly stains a brand and never really washes out. And once you zoom out and look at the history, it starts looking like an ugly pattern. Let's start with Dez, because Dez is kind of the easiest one to explain, and I don't even mean that in a disrespectful way. It's just that Dez has always moved like a walking PR liability, showing clearly why he is not built for the level of visibility he's been given. We've seen this play out in real time. During one of Kai's biggest moments ever, Mafiathon 3, Dez got into an argument on stream and just casually dropped a homophobic slur in front of the whole world. This was so bad, Kai had to physically kick him out of the room just to save the broadcast.
Kai and Cenat's friends get into a heated argument and almost get him banned on Twitch.
Change your code. That's no secret.
Yo, hold on. Yo. Stop. I stop. I want to
so that's his mother. That's a 6-year-old boy that she raised. Bro. So that's his mother. No, bro, what?
But apparently he didn't learn his lesson, because the Streamer Awards was a whole new level of crashing out. He was allegedly heard in the bathroom saying some of the most heinous, violent things you could imagine about one of the hosts, Fan.
I go down, I go down to the bathroom. As I walk in the bathroom, I hear somebody come in and go, yo. And I was like, oh my God.
Why do you call the authorities if I made them heinous threats, like them crazy? Why do you call the authorities to remove me like I remove somebody else out the awards when they jumped out there? When somebody jumped out there and did how they felt, why y'all removed them? Why didn't get me removed? Because you know I didn't fucking say that, you lying ass, grown ass man.
And this is where it gets truly tone deaf. Instead of treating a situation involving threats of violence with any level of sensitivity, he turned it into a debate about semantics, arguing about the mechanics of how she would dick with no teeth. He was joking, acting like the people were crazy for even being—
You can sense negative energy that come from that dude there. Can see it's very aggressive, very emotional, and shit like that. And niggas like that is a liability to your brand. You see me? You have to space out yourself a little bit from them. That actually makes sense, you know?
Uncomfortable. That's the running thing with Dez. Even when he tries to explain himself, he somehow digs the hole deeper. It's reached a point where silence would be his smartest move, but he's too emotionally immature to realize it. When people say Dez is a brand risk, they're not exaggerating. He is the definition of a liability. And looking at the bigger picture, it's hard to not notice that Kai keeps finding himself in these situations where he has to publicly clean up for his friends instead of focusing on his own career. It's like Kai is locked into a circus. He gives the opportunity and Dez gives the controversy. Now I think we have to mention Ray, though Ray's situation is a little different. With Dez, it's loud, but with Ray, it's more subtle, which in my opinion makes it worse. Ray moves with this constant ease of entitlement like the rules just don't fully apply to him anymore. A big reason people side-eye Ray is because just like Rakai, Kai played a massive role in putting him on. And again, that by itself isn't a bad thing. The problem starts when the person you elevate keeps showing terrible judgment, especially in moments where all they have to do is just not do too much. We saw this during the Nina Lynn situation. While most people were clearly uncomfortable with what was being exposed at the time, Ray decided it was the moment to get on stream and preach about forgiveness and second chances.
Oh, look at that. Hey, ramen is all you can eat too?
Yeah, everything is all you can eat.
Oh shit, hold on now. Give me back the menu, bro. I'm gonna order some more shit. More meat? Oh. Damn. Yes, bro. And it's like, bro,
Read the room. Defending someone in the middle of a serious controversy isn't the moral high ground you think it is. It just makes you look disconnected at best and reckless at worst. What made it even weirder was the fact that Ray was still allegedly hanging around Chris, the disgraced cameraman, even after Kai himself admitted that seeing those messages messed him up. So now it's not just bad takes, it's questionable association stacked on top of questionable judgment. Then there was the pet store incident, which on paper sounds small but optics wise is terrible. He was told he couldn't record, but instead of doing what any normal person would do and quietly leaving, he turned it into content.
What the fuck I do? What the fuck I do? Oh my god, bro. I don't give no fuck, okay? I don't give no fuck. Record me, bro. I'm recording right here.
I don't care.
Look, yo, I cannot buy a fish? I tried 15 minutes for this shit?
Ray hasn't done anything explosive as Des, but it all points to the same thing. Poor judgment, zero self-awareness, and a growing comfort with disrespect as long as the camera is on. When you're part of someone else's brand, that kind of behavior doesn't just reflect on you, it reflects on the person who put you there in the first place. Now let's talk about tylil, because tylil is a completely different kind of problem. Unlike Des and Ray, the tone has to change a little because the stakes are higher.
It's a nigga I like my feeling himself too much. Why? But the dog I feeling himself too much. This a man.
First put tylil on people's radar was that clip on stream where he gets up and humps a woman without any clear sign of consent.
Relax.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Recently, we had the Streamer Awards after-party situation. Jordan Pauline came forward alleging she was sexually assaulted by someone the internet loves.
I was sexually assaulted at a party, a Streamer Award party. And not only that, it's by somebody that you guys fucking love, and I'm tired, bro. I'm fucking tired, guys.
She described her phone being taken, broken, and claimed the incident was recorded. She didn't immediately name tylil, but she shared call logs showing repeated calls from him and later said legal action was underway. tylil has responded by saying he has never sexually assaulted anyone, and that part of the statement matters, but his response was also very narrow. He addressed the most serious accusation directly while leaving a lot of surrounding questions unanswered, and because of that, even giving him every benefit of the doubt, the situation didn't really get resolved. It stayed murky. The allegation remained on the table, the conversation didn't move forward, and the response ended up creating more uncertainty than clarity. Even fans are beginning to notice the danger for Kai's brand keeping these guys around him. This dude Kai Cenat is about to suicide bomb his career just by putting on too many of his homies. At a certain point, it doesn't matter how clean Kai tries to keep his own image, he has built a brand that's bigger than streaming now, and that brand doesn't exist in isolation. Every person he publicly stands next to becomes part of the package, and when those people keep bringing chaos, controversy, or unresolved situations into the spotlight, the damage doesn't stop with them, it bleeds upward. Kai ends up spending more time managing fallout than building forward momentum, and if nothing changes, this weight of constantly having to answer for other people's mistakes may finally weigh him down. This is the part where I start feeling weird even saying this all out loud, because this isn't about another grown man making bad decisions on camera. This is about someone who's still a kid being placed in an environment that doesn't really slow him down, inside a spotlight that doesn't forgive mistakes. Rakai just got suspended from Twitch for allegedly scamming someone of $6,500. Whether that allegation ultimately holds up or not, that alone is dangerous territory for Kai, because once accusations like that enter the conversation, association starts to matter, and it's risky considering the stakes of the alleged misconduct.
Have a beautiful day.
You too.
I got it for you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
God bless you.
Did you already pay for them?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, thank you.
All right, have a good day. God bless you.
All right, bye-bye.
He literally stole a bunch of flowers, blamed it on two random women, then sprinted off while giggling like a 4-year-old girl who just discovered what being sneaky means. Zero accountability, negative infinity maturity level. Like, bro, at this point, what's next? Ringing someone's doorbell and running away? Throwing eggs at a garage? He's not acting like a creator with millions of eyes on him. He's acting like a kid who got lost in a vlog and never found his way back to responsibility.
Get a cart. Oh, we going. Oh God, we should get this to somebody. Have a beautiful day.
You too.
I got it for you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Did you already pay for him?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, thank you.
All right, have a good day. God bless you.
All right, bye-bye.
This nigga weird as fuck. Yo, this nigga weird as fuck. I'm not lying, weird as fuck.
Merry Christmas. Just don't touch my truck. Now, should I say, everybody got locked in, bro.
And of course, there are always people trying to justify it. Yeah, he's not some toddler who wandered out of daycare. Sure, he might not understand taxes or rent yet, but kindness is good, stealing is bad is something kids pick up before they can even tie their shoes. These aren't innocent slip-ups, they're choices. Choices he keeps making because they get him clout, attention. At some point, you stop calling it a mistake and start calling it what it is. Intentional stupidity dressed up as content.
3, 2, 1, go.
Most creators avoid breaking the law on camera. Rakai treats it like a brand identity, but obviously he wasn't stopping there. Looking at the bigger picture, Rakai messing up is somehow normal, but messing up in front of hundreds of thousands of people isn't. In an environment where bad behavior often turns into clips, engagement, and attention instead of correction. Rakai's situation is different from everyone else's for a reason. He's young, and more importantly, he is someone Kai didn't just associate with, he actively helped bring into the mainstream. And that matters. Putting someone on isn't a bad thing by itself. In fact, that's one of the reasons people respect Kai. But the responsibility doesn't end at the cosign. That's where it actually starts. There was a moment on stream where Rakai said something inappropriate and things went far enough that his own mom had to step in. C messaged Kai directly and told him to send Rakai home.
She's looking at her towels, her rags.
It's over,
Let me see.
It's over.
Listen.
Let me see what.
Now,
What you gonna
she's
do?
putting 2 and 2 together.
Let me see what.
Play the outro
Let
song
me
for
see
Rakai.
what.
That moment says a lot. Not just about Rakai, but about the environment around him, because the correction didn't come from the room or the circle, but from home. That's the bigger problem. Rakai doesn't operate in a vacuum. He's surrounded by older people who themselves struggle with restraint, judgment, and knowing when to chill. And if you put an immature teenager in a space where crashing out is normal, the outcome is pretty predictable. Now everything connects back to Kai himself. Just last week, Kai opened up publicly about his mental health.
Hello everybody, I'm currently on my laptop right now, and I appreciate everybody who's been sending me birthday wishes, as today is my birthday.
In my honest opinion, I think Kai is exhausted. He looks more like someone who's been carrying more weight than people realize and finally decided to say something. But judging by the reaction, people felt that. His fans are actively showing their support. This helps a lot of people who look up to you, reminding him that talking about mental health isn't
And
weakness.
that will disassociate himself from all like bullshit them where people around him are do and a cause, isn't it?
But care. Others pointed out something even more telling. You can only pretend to be happy for so long until it catches up with you. So it's very important you do and be around people and things you truly like, not just for the cameras. That part. Because when you look at everything laid out like this, it starts to make sense why Kai looks exhausted. He's managing a massive brand, expectations from fans, pressure from sponsors, scrutiny from platforms, and on top of all that, he's managing people, friends, proteges, associates, each with their own issues, controversies, and mistakes. So every time something goes wrong, even if Kai isn't directly involved, the cleanup still lands on him. This kind of pressure begins to compound over time, especially now that the controversies aren't slowing down, when loyalty keeps putting him in situations where he has to choose between protecting relationships and protecting his future. Loyalty sounds good in theory, easy to praise from the outside, but it becomes a burden when it consistently costs you peace, affects your focus, and bleeds into your mental health. None of this is about saying Kai is guilty of the things his friends are accused of, but it is fair to say that the environment around him has become volatile. Kai has managed to maintain a relatively clean public image throughout all of this, which is impressive in itself, but the cracks are starting to show. The stress is visible, the exhaustion is visible, and the moment he chose to speak openly about his mental health should be taken seriously, because behind the numbers, the records, and the success, Cenat is still just a person, a young person, one who climbed incredibly fast, took took a lot of people with him and is now realizing that not everyone is equipped to handle the altitude. It's about recognizing that success doesn't just amplify talent, it amplifies everything. The good, the bad, the unresolved. And if the people around you aren't ready for that amplification, they can end up pulling you down with them, whether they mean to or not. So the question moving forward isn't whether Kai can survive another controversy. He probably can. The real question is whether he can continue carrying all of this without it costing him more than it already has. No amount of loyalty is worth sacrificing your mental health for, and at some point, protecting the brand also means protecting the person behind it.